Good morning, children. I hope all of you are fine. In the last class, we read a chapter in the grammar, that is kinds of nouns. But today, we are going to start with a chapter in literature, that is chapter 3. I hope all of you might be having your book. So please, children, take out your book, page number 23. That is chapter 3, Bravo Amir Agha. Chapter 3, Bravo Amir Agha. So today we are going to start with this chapter. See there, page number 23, Bravo Amir Agha, where kites build friendship. Here in this chapter, the friendship between two persons, that is Amir and Hassan, is shown, and a kite competition is being shown in this chapter. See the first line given there, connect. What was a very thrilling experience that you have had? Talk about it in the class. So in this, it is telling you have to describe what thrilling means. The word thrilling. Means exciting. So you have to describe about an exciting experience, any of the exciting experience which you have had. Okay, now the next question is the reflect. What are some of the games played in the past and what are the games that are played now? Here you have to write the names of the games, those the people in the old times used to play, and you also need to write those games which are played now. Imagine part, you see an exciting moment while playing a game. Discuss it in the class. Here you have to explain any exciting moment, exciting time. Means you were playing a game and any exciting moment happened that time. So you need to explain that. Okay. So now before we start with our chapter, we are going to first read the introduction about the poet, not the poet, sorry, the writer, and then the introduction of the story. See there, page number 23, before you read, blue color lines. Khalid Hosseini was born in Kabul, Afghanistan, and the birth year was 1965. He is an author and a doctor. Means he was an author also and a doctor also. He has published 3 novels, namely The Kite Runner 2003, A Thousand Splendid Suns that was published in 2007, and The Mountains Echo that was published in 2013. All his stories revolve around the city of Afghanistan. Means whatever stories he used to write, that stories used to revolve around the city of Afghanistan. He is the founder of the Khalid Hosseini Foundation, which provides shelter and care to the people of Afghanistan. Currently, he lives in Southern California, United States of America. So right now we read the introduction of the writer. Now we are going to read the introduction of the story. What is this story all about? Now, Bravo Amir Agha is an extract taken from The Kite Runner published in 2003. We read, this is one of the novels that is written by Khalid Hosseini, that is The Kite Runner. And this Amir Agha, Bravo Amir Agha, is a passage. Extract means a passage that is taken from this novel, that is The Kite Runner, which was published in 2003. The story is based on the bond between two friends, Amir and Hassan. I told you, this story is based on the friendship between the two persons, that is Amir and Hassan. While Amir is from a wealthy family in Afghanistan, Hassan is the son of a servant who works for Amir's family. Means the boy Amir belonged to a rich family, but the Hassan, he did not belong to a rich family. He actually was the son of the servant who used to work in the Amir's house. The story revolves around the city of Afghanistan and the United States of America. This is a story related to the Afghanistan city and United States of America. They spend their childhood together. Here they is referred to Amir and Hassan. They spend their childhood together, and this extract shows one of those days when they take part in a kite flying competition. In the story, a day explanation of the day is given of a kite competition. So now we are going to start with our story. So just turn your page number 24. See there, the lines. Up and down the streets, kite runners were returning triumphantly, their captured kites held high. Up and down the streets means in the streets the people, the kite runners, means what do you mean by the kite runners? In the when the kite competition is held, no, you see many kites are flying in the sky, and when any kite is being cut, you find many people are running to capture that, to catch that kite. So it is said, up and down the street, kite runners were returning triumphantly. Means they were catching those kites and they were feeling victory time. Okay, they were feeling a feeling, developing a victory feeling in them. The word triumphantly meaning is in a way that shows great excitement about a victory. Means you feel very excited winning those kites. Their captured kites held high, and when they used to get catch the kites, they used to hold it high in their hands. They showed them off to their parents, their friends. Means they also showed those kites to their parents and their friends. But they all knew the best was yet to come. But all those people, all those children were knowing that the best kite which was flying in the sky was yet to be cut and come down to them. The biggest prize of all was still flying. Means the one who was going to win this competition, that person's kite was still flying in the sky. I sliced a bright yellow kite with a coiled white tail. Now here I is referred to the narrator, and the narrator is Amir. So he is telling about himself that I sliced a bright yellow kite with a coiled white tail. Means he was saying that he also cut a bright yellow kite and with his kite that was having a coiled white tail. Coil means curved. The tail of the kite was in white color and was curved. It caused me another gash on the index finger and blood trickled down into my palm. The meaning of gash, you can see there, a deep open cut. What happened? When we fly the kite, no, in the process of flying kites, it happens we get many cuts in our fingers. So what happened? While cutting this bright yellow kite, he also got a deep cut in his index finger and the blood flowed down, trickled. Means flowed down. Okay, so trickled down into my palm. I had Hassan hold the string and shut the blood dry, blotted my finger against my jeans. So what he did, he asked Hassan to hold his string of the kite, and he sucked the blood to make it dry, blotted my finger against my jeans. What happened? He brought his finger against his jeans, and that stained his jeans. Means his jeans was stained by the blood. Within another hour, the number of surviving kites dwindled from maybe 50 to dozen. Now what happened? After another hour, means the kite competition was going on, and after an hour, what happened? The number of the kites that were still in the sky dwindled. Dwindled means that became less in number. Means from 50, first it was 50 kites in the sky, and now the number has become less and it has turned to 12. Dozen means 12 in number. I was one of them. Means the Amir's kite was also one of them that was still flying in the sky. I had made it to the last dozen. Means he was also among that 12 kites that was flying in the sky. I knew this part of the tournament would take a while. Take a while means it would take a long time. He was knowing that this tournament will take long time to finish, because the guys who had lasted this long were good. They wouldn't easily fall into simple traps like the old lift and dive, Hassan's favorite trick. Now, what he was saying, that he was knowing that this tournament was going to take a long time, because those guys whose kites were still in the sky, they were very good kite players. Okay, so he was knowing that this tournament will take a long time, and they wouldn't easily fall, means they are not going to be defeated easily by the simple tricks like the old lift and dive, means the old trick. And this was the Hassan's favorite trick, that is lifting and then diving, means we are lifting the kite up and then we are leaving it so that it comes down, and the others think that our kite is being cut. So this was a trick. By 3 o'clock that afternoon, tufts of clouds had drifted in and the sun had slipped behind them. What happened? By 3 o'clock that day in the afternoon, group of clouds got in. Drifted in means, the word drifted means gathered, or you can say collected. Gathered together, okay? And the sun had slipped behind them, and the sun went inside the clouds. Now that means the sun was not visible. Shadows started to lengthen. What is the meaning of lengthen? In the evening time, the shadows, in the evening and the morning, the shadows are long. So it has started getting evening. The spectators on the roofs bundled up in scarves and thick coats, means it was getting cold now. So the audience, those who were seeing this competition, they came to the roofs wearing warm clothes, that is scarves and thick coats. We were down to a half dozen and I was still flying. Now what happened? From dozen, the number of kites flying in the sky turned to half dozen, that is 6. And the Amir's kite was also one of them. My legs ached and my neck was stiff, means by flying the kite for so long, his legs have started paining and his neck has become stiff, means he was not able to move his neck. Okay, but with each defeated kite, hope grew in my heart like snow collecting on a wall, one flake at a time. But after every kite that was getting cut, what happened? His hope of winning grew like snow, and this hope is compared to what? Like snow collecting on a wall, one flake at a time. One flake means small or thin piece of a snow that is being collected on the wall slowly, one at a time. Okay, that is called one flake at a time. My eyes kept returning to a blue kite that had been wreaking havoc for the last hour. The meaning of word wrecking means causing. So the Amir is saying that his eyes was always on the blue kite that has been wreaking havoc for the last hour, means that was causing a great destruction, or you can say damage. Havoc meaning, you can see in the box given there, great destruction or damage. That means it was able to cut so many kites from the last few hours. Now the Amir asked Hassan, how many has he cut? Means he was asking about the person having the blue kite, that how many kites has he cut till now. So Hassan said, I counted 11. He said that I have counted 11. So till now he has cut 11 kites. Do you know whose it might be? So he is asking that which person's that blue kite belongs to. So Hassan clucked his tongue and tipped his chin. So clucked is made a short low sound. Clucked meaning is made a short low sound using tongue. So he made a short type like this we used to do, no? So that is that means clucked. And tipped his chin means he was holding his chin, an expression of thinking. Okay, so That was a trademark Hassan gesture. Trademark means that was the special expression of Hassan. Meant he had no idea, and this expression he used to give when he was not having an idea of something. The blue kite sliced a big purple one. Now this blue kite, again he cut another kite, that is the big purple one, and swept twice in big loops and made up two big circles. Okay. 10 minutes later, he had cut another two, sending hordes of kite runners running after them. Running after them. Now after 10 minutes, what he did? He again cut two kites and sending hordes of kite runners. Hordes means large number of people running after those kites. Now come to the page number 25. After another 30 minutes, only 4 kites remained. Now after again 30 minutes, now there were only 4 kites that were flying in the sky, and I was still flying. And Amir is saying that my kite was still in the sky flying. It seemed I could hardly make a wrong move, as if every gust of wind blew in my favor. He was saying that it seemed to him that he was now not going to make any, he was not going to make any wrong move, because every gust of wind means every increase in the speed of the wind blew in my favor, means the speed of the wind was also growing, but it was in his favor, means it was supporting him. I had never felt so in command, so lucky. It felt intoxicating. Means he was saying that he has never felt so relaxed. In command means he was not feeling, he never felt so relaxed and so lucky as he was feeling now. Okay, the meaning of the word intoxicating is making one feel excited so that one cannot think clearly. Means he was so excited in himself that he was not able to think clearly. Now in the next line, I didn't dare look up to the roof. Means he was not looking anywhere, thinking that his concentration should only be on the kite, means at the sky. Didn't dare take my eyes off the sky, means he was not looking anywhere except the sky. I had to concentrate, play it smart, means he was saying that while flying the kite I have to pay the full attention. Okay, because if his concentration is distracted, what happened? There are chances that his kite may also be sliced. Another 15 minutes, and what had seemed like a laughable dream that morning had suddenly become reality. Now what happened after another 15 minutes? What happened? The dream that he saw in the morning, that dream which he saw in the morning, it felt like laughing. So that dream was coming true. And what was the dream? It was just me and the other guy. What he saw in the dream? That only that guy with the blue kite and he was having his kite in the sky at the last. The blue kite. Now the next column of the page. The tension in the air was as taut as the glass string I was tugging with my bloody hands. Matlab means tension in the air means everybody seemed to be so worried. As taut as the glass string I was tugging with my bloody hands. Taut means as tight I was pulling that string of the kite with my hands. Bloody hands because he has got so many cuts in, he has got a cut in his index finger and the blood was coming out from that. So the word is used, bloody hands. His hands were covered with the blood. People were stomping their feet, clapping, whistling, chanting. Boboresh. So stomping means when we stamp our leg very hard, making a loud sound come out from that. So that is called stomping, as I did just now. So they were stomping their feet, they were clapping, whistling, chanting. Chanting means when we are saying anything in a sing-song tone, repeatedly. So that is called chanting. They were chanting Bobo race, Bobo race. Bobo race is an expression which means cut him, cut him. Okay. So they were saying cut him, cut him. I wondered if Baba's voice was one of them. Music blasted. Now he was just thinking or wishing or desiring. Wondered means if Baba sound. Here Amir is saying, is referring Baba to his father. So he is saying, I desire if Baba voice was also one among them. Means if Baba was also motivating me in like other people. And the music also blasted. So now the page number, the remaining part of the story, that is page number 26 and 27, we will read in the next session. Till now, today you will just go through once the pages that we read today just at home once again. Thank you.